Hello there and welcome to News Tonight this Monday, the 27th day of January 2020. First though, let's have a look at our top stories. In our news tonight, Uganda police orders territorial commanders to train ahead of the 2021 general elections. Former Rwenzururu royal guards still in hiding, called to return home. Elsewhere in the world, the US military joins investigations into a plane that crashed in eastern Afghanistan. And in sports, Farouk Mwea declared intentions to stand for Sports Club Villa presidency. It is Mogalu Mohamed and I am Edward Rukidi Kijanangoma. Now, Uganda police has ordered territorial commanders to train officers and tighten security operations in preparation for the 2021 general elections. Addressing a weekly press briefing at the police headquarters in Naguru, police spokesperson Fred Enanga also warned politicians against disobeying laws regulating their operations. Let's get more in this report.
On several occasions, police are prompted to halt politicians during political rallies on grounds of disobeying the Public Order Management Act. The recent is Chadon East legislator Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu while consulting the public on his 2021 presidential bid.
Of course, we'd like to remind them that it is a requirement under the EC guidelines for all aspiring presidential candidates to formally notify the police and the local councils where they plan to hold their consultative meetings. In
the preparation of the 2021 June elections, police has ordered all territorial commanders to take action.
I reminded all our territorial commanders to train and equip our officers in maintaining public order and ensuring that when they are carrying out arrests, there is no excessive use of force. We saw an incident.
Police has also launched fresh investigations about the bottling of musicians and issued stringent guidelines for concert organizers, including an evacuation plan in case of any chaotic move by revelers.
Provide their event-specific management plans to police in advance, in some ugly incidents that have been happening in the past. And we would like to issue a very serious warning to event promoters and organizers against acts of disorder by revelers and activists. We've seen people hurling bottles, stones and plastic chairs during public events and in particular music concerts.
The force has given highlights about the state of security in the country and the progress of different investigations.
In Kampala Metropolitan South is hunting for a suspect called Chris Valinda. After we recovered several registration plates of suspected stolen motorcycles that he had dumped in a pit latrine, we got intelligence and dug out 28 registration plates of motorcycles and in particular border borders.
Interior Police in KMP has 2 suspects in custody, including an Indian and a Ugandan in connection with an extortion racket, where they invited an Indian national under the Indian nationals under the pretext of connecting them to Canada for employment.
Abdunasir Lobama for UBC News.
From Kampala, we go west to Kasese, where the king of Rwenzururu Kingdom, Charles Wesley Mumbere Iremangoma, has called on the royal guards to return home and start a new life. This was communicated by the Rwenzururu Queen, Her Highness Nyabagole Agnes Idungu.
With everyone in Rwenzururu.
The Rwenzururu Queen Mother, Her Highness Nyabagole Agnes Itungu, has been delivering the King Charles Wesley Mumbere Irangoma's message of peace, unity and reconciliation among his subjects. The Rwenzururu King urges subjects to live in harmony as a solution for stability and development in Rwenzururu sub-region.
When I came, I told people that I have come with a message from the king. I was in that has to visit my brother, the king of Singaporeans. He sent me the message of peace, unity, forgiveness, and reconciliation, such that development can prevail.
The RDC Kasese Lieutenant Joe Walusimbi commended the King Charles Wesley Mumbere for the message.
Nekakasa bulungi abantu abafiiriza mu businga era abadde babayanira ennyo okulaba kabaka baabwe lino eddoboozi lyasindise lijja kubakolera bulungi era nenyogera okusaba abantu tuwulirize nnyo kabaka kyatuganyidde okukola kubanga tugambye twegatte wamu tubeere bumu ate era tusonyiwagane ebyadde emabega ebyayita emabega bino tutambule bulungi n'emirembe n'enkulaakulana mu kitundu.
Walusimbi assured the royal guards still in hiding that his office is ready to receive them.
Bulijjo mbadde mbeera mbagamba naye nga omusinga tanaba kubagamba nti baveeyo mbagamba bajje era kyono si bajja okuba nti basoose okuvaayo kubanga gye ntambulayo kanga nkola mobilization bagamba bakomewo abazze era gye bali waabwe batudde bulungi si abansonga katubaako n'ensonga nabo ku lwaki si tebalina kitiisa ku gavumenti twagala badde babeere mu maka gaabwe.
He said that government is ready to cooperate with Orange's rural subjects in issues that can cause development in Kasese and the entire region. Wadulo Makanol for UBC.
Thanks, Mark, and of course, very, very important there that the King of Orange Rural Kingdom are calling upon his royal guards to return home because they need peace in that region. And of course, the message being delivered by the Queen, Her Royal Highness Nyabagole Agnes Ithungo. Diana Twine has urged the Ministry of Energy to supply energy to 7 extra equipment owned by the ministry. Now, while addressing the media in Kampala, Dr. Atwine said the ministry cannot risk connecting the extras to ordinary power because the equipment needs high power supply.
Training of right engineers in handling the new equipment acquired by the Ministry of Health for improvement in quality of services is one of the recommendations by the Ministry of Health. The Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Health, Dr. Diana Twine, says collaboration with stakeholders and optimizing equipment will enhance quality output of the ministry.
Here I'm talking about 7 X-rays that were installed that will require higher energy capacity, that if you connected them with the current the power they have in those facilities, they blow up because because of power difference. They need to connect the 3-phase power that suits that equipment. So there are 7, but not only 7, because we continue to equip. And this should be in tandem with their upgrade of the power.
Atwine condemned corruption in some facilities and asked Ugandans to collaborate with the ministry.
Our laws also, we have issues with our laws. You can only punish this person if you catch red-handed taking money. Now, if this person who has given money has not collaborated with us earlier, so that as you have heard, we have arrested some people taking money from patients. How it's done, the person who has been asked for money photocopies money, alerts us, we alert police. They go along with this patient. As the person is giving money like this, as soon as they get this money, they are nabbed.
There are plans to renovate hospitals basing on the resources provided by the ministry. Sudat Kai reporting.
Forum for Democratic Change FDC Party Deputy Spokesperson John Kigongo has said that the 5 police officers who are suspected to have tortured FDC supporters will be taken to court. He was addressing journalists at the party headquarters in Najanankumbi.
Was kicked on the head battered by some officer, tortured inhumanely. This is against our constitution. These officers did not only torture this Ugandan, but they have even putting the name of the police into disrepute. DC, we have reviewed the videos and we have instructed our lawyers in Eastern Uganda to take these 5 police officers to court as individuals for torture of a Ugandan. I want Mr. Ochoa to come clean. Did he close Narufenya practically, or you closed it in words? And even one of the aides of Dr. Besigye was hit in the eye, and his head was hit at Narufenya police station by one of the police officers.
FDC Deputy Spokesperson Kikonyogo there ending that report. Now let's go to one of the stories that is trending, and that is the death of Kobe Bryant. And Ugandans have joined the rest of the world to mourn fallen former basketball player Kobe Bryant. Now Kobe and his 13-year-old daughter Gianna died alongside 7 other people when his helicopter crashed in Calabasas City in Los Angeles on Sunday.
News of the death of former basketball player Kobe Bryant has taken many, including Ugandans, by surprise.
Basketball was robbed yesterday. Basketball was robbed of a giant, a legend, a symbol. Some guys play sport and outgrow sport, and they become bigger than just the sport they play.
Few Ugandans ever met Kobe in flesh, but those who did, including journalist Mark Namanya, were left in awe by his humility.
And the Lakers win the game! And that is just greatness personified.
Kobe was a very nice person. He was a star celebrity, but he had a down-to-earth personality. He was the ultimate competitor on the pitch, but in terms of personality, in terms of stature, in terms of what he portrayed when he met the common man, he was a very down-to-earth fellow who was an icon on court and also a model off the court.
He inspired many Ugandan players, but none are more like 5-time league champion Stephen Omoni, who borrowed almost all Kobe did, including ability to persevere against all the odds.
I think, Kobe's mentality is something that I resonate very well with. It's something that has helped me stay in the game longer for all this time because, there are phases in this game of basketball where you have to reinvent yourself mentally. And that is something, it's an attribute that I've really managed to ride upon, because without that, I wouldn't have been able, to last this long. So the mental strength that, he also attributed is something that has helped me to be consistent, and my competitive nature also resonates with his as well. I mean, he impacted me in so many different ways. He is a phenomenon.
Federation of Uganda Basketball Associations mourns the player nicknamed Black Mamba and wishes its own borrow a leaf from his exploits.
One thing that you have to pick from Kobe Bryant is his crazy or intense work ethic. He always encouraged the players or the people that he met that it's all about working hard.
During his stellar 20-year playing career, Kobe Bryant remained at Los Angeles Lakers, with whom he won 5 NBA titles, onto which he added 2 Olympic Games gold medals.
Even though we try, the truth brings us to tears. All our words cannot express the joy you've brought us through the years.
Elsewhere around the globe, commiserations continue for 41-year-old Kobe, his 13-year-old daughter Gianna, and 7 others killed in the aircraft that crashed due to foggy weather, as per preliminary reports. John Barnes, Sentamo, reporting.
Your footsteps will
Very
always...
sad news, of course, and people within the basketball fraternity will always remember Kobe Bryant. We'll now take a short break, but we'll return with business news. Stay with us.
That's my little angel Rose. Together with millions of other children, my daughter Rose is assured of learning something new every day. Moses, my husband, just like many other commercial farmers, has his business supported so he can provide for us. When my other little one was on the way, even with my pregnancy complications, it was a quick, smooth ride to Mulago Specialized Women and Neonatal Hospital. Also, my new baby was able to make it through his first days with the help of specialized equipment thanks to the reliable electricity which has also been extended throughout the country. All this and more has been made possible because of you.
Join us and together let's do more for our country. Get your free tin at www.ura.go.ug.
Thank you for paying your taxes.
Uganda Revenue Authority. Developing Uganda together.
Dial *185*6#, follow the prompts and make instant school fees payments. Airtel Money. Instant, secure, borderless.
Welcome to the Equal Opportunities Commission, an independent statutory body that works towards ensuring that all forms of discrimination, marginalization, and unfair treatment are eliminated. The Equal Opportunities Commission has power of court and can enforce its decisions. It is established and supported by the government of Uganda. It also garners support from development partners, civil society, the private sector, faith-based, and cultural organizations. Visit the Equal Opportunities Commission today, the home of equal opportunities for all, or call us on our toll-free line 0800 100 440. This message is brought to you by the Equal Opportunities Commission with support from the United Nations Human Rights Office. Good morning, Uganda. Today is a great day to make someone's day. A wonderful day to rewrite the future. Today is a beautiful day to light up their world. Or maybe even the perfect day to say, "You're my world." A marvelous day to make a brand new start. The perfect day to make the world smaller. Uganda, today isn't just another day. Today is your day. Airtel Money, with you always. Airtel Money, instant, secure, borderless.
Welcome back from that short break, and this is News Tonight here on UBC TV. A warm welcome to those of you just joining us. Now let's talk some business. And Uganda Revenue Authority has adopted the Global Travel Assessment System. The system enables the Customs Administration to access the passenger manifests from an airline before it arrives. The initiative is being implemented globally to curb dodging of taxes and as a security measure. Dennis Sigoa reports.
Uganda Revenue Authority's innovation is in line with the World Customs Organization's requirements, whereby the customs administrations are supposed to manage information in advance.
This system, which we are working in collaboration with the WCO, the World Customs Organization, enables us to work with the airlines to get pre-arrival manifests, passenger manifests,
that will detail who is coming, what kind of cargo he is carrying, the weight, the movements, so that we analyze using our risk team tools to determine and study and see what this person could be carrying before you even arrive.
URA's Commissioner for Customs, Dixon Katishumba, says they have been managing risks upon arrival. The Global Travel Assessment System can also serve as a security measure applied by URA in collaboration with security agencies.
Working with other government agencies, especially security, to profile passengers. If the security is interested in someone, they will know in advance, because this system is open and we are going to have the other agencies lock in. It will also help us on targeting of drug traffickers that might go through.
Customs currently contribute about 30% to revenue collection. Meanwhile, Uganda Revenue Authority officials say they are monitoring the coronavirus health challenge in China, one of Uganda's biggest trade partners.
We believe that the government is trying to contain it because life must continue. China is a very big market, and definitely they are making sure that it doesn't spread, because the other ports are open and goods are moving. So I do not think that we think that the lockdown of some cities will have a long term unless the situation is not contained.
Dennis Ikoa and Robin Yoso for UBC Business.
Thanks, Dennis. Now let's have a look at how the Ugandan shilling fared today against selected local and international currencies in our money market report. World news now, we go to the United States of America, where the US military has joined an investigation into a plane that crashed in eastern Afghanistan on Monday. Local officials initially said the aircraft that came down in Dayak district, Ghazni province, belonged to state-owned airline Ariana. But the airline denies this, prompting questions about the origin of the aircraft and the cause of the crash. Headline Iranian news agency Fars posted footage of what it said was the plane with US Air Force markings. A video and images posted on Fars social media accounts appeared to show a Bombardier E-11A jet, a US Air Force plane. The US military uses this type of plane for electronic surveillance over Afghanistan. Now, the village in which the plane crashed southwest of the capital, Kabul, is in an area with a strong Taliban presence. Sports news now, and we look at football, where the FIFA Secretary General Fatma Samura is in the country on a two-day working visit. Samura met the Speaker of Parliament, Rebecca Alitwala Kadaga, at Parliament before officially opening the completed extension of FIFA new offices in Mengo. At the same function, graced by the Minister for Sports, Samson Oboa, FIFA hailed the World Football Body that fully sponsored the extension of the new offices to a tune of $800,000 US. The FIFA Secretary General Fatma Samura is in the country to monitor FIFA-funded projects where the money has been put to its intended use.
2, 1, score.
Congratulations. Farouk Meiwa has declared intentions to stand for presidency at Sports Club Villa. Now, Uganda's most successful club was earlier meant to elect leaders to replace the interim on February 1st, 2020. Now, this, however, seems to be in the balance following lack of a clear roadmap by Federation of Uganda Football Associations, FUFA. This, however, hasn't deterred potential candidates like Farouk Meiwa, whose manifesto indicates plans for a great future for the club.
The same year, Mandela, is aware of what I'm doing.
Operation Wealth Creation is coordinating all government ministries, departments and agencies to unveil unique investment opportunities in every region of Uganda to local and international investors to transform subsistence farmers into the money economy. Operation Wealth Creation presents the Rwenzori Investment Expo, scheduled for the 30th to 31st of January 2020 at Mountains of the Moon University, Fort Portal City. Theme: Investment for Local Economic Development. This expo is one of the many regional investment expos anchored on agro-industrialization for local economic development, agri-led program, and will be held countrywide. Come explore investment opportunities in the Rwenzori region, from mining, tourism, agriculture, and many more. The guest of honor will be His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, the President of the Republic of Uganda. For more information, contact National Organizing Committee.
It's no secret that ICT makes learning easy.
The strides made in our field could not be possible without it.
And now we can watch our favorite show.
My radio is my best friend.
UCC provides an enabling regulatory environment and policy guidance for healthy competition. We also facilitate ease of doing business in the communications sector through licensing, standardization, spectrum management, tariff regulation, rural communication development, and consumer empowerment. An informed consumer is an empowered consumer. UCC supports local content and innovations. Driving the development of a robust communication sector in Uganda is Uganda Communications Commission.
Let's have a look now at the weather forecast for tomorrow with Ali Tuvera Juliet at the Weather Center in Entebbe.
Hello there, I'm Ali Tuvera Juliet from Uganda National Meteorological Authority. Today, most parts of the country have had cloudy conditions, whereas those in the eastern and around the lake received rainfall. By 9 a.m. this morning, the report received indicated Entebbe with 12 millimeters, Jinja 2.2, whereas Toro reported 0.3 millimeters. From the satellite image taken over Africa, it is indicating that we are having a low pressure center over Indian Ocean, which has led the rain belt to cover most parts of our country. Tomorrow morning, we are expecting rains in most parts of our country, apart from the northwestern, where we are expecting sunny intervals. Later in the day, we are expecting still rains in most parts of Uganda, leading the temperatures to rise up to 28 degrees centigrade to in Karamoja region. Around the lake, a range of 26 to 27, Kampala specifically 26 degrees centigrade. And for Kabale Highlands, we expect a maximum of 24 degrees centigrade. If you intend to go beyond Uganda, we are expecting thunder showers for Nairobi and New Delhi. Light rains for Kigali and Amsterdam, whereas Dubai, we are expecting sunny conditions at a maximum of 23 degrees centigrade. Thank you for keeping us company. Don't hesitate to visit our website. Have a good night.
And a good night to you too, Ali Tuvera. And that brings us to the end of this bulletin. Remember that we'll be coming back for our final bulletin, and that is at 10 p.m. Mugalu Mohammed has been on sign language, and I am Edward Rukidi Kijanangoma. See you shortly at 10.
next on UBC. Brought to you by Today is your day. Airtel Money, with you always.
In May 2018, Hima Cement opened its new 40 million